Hello, traders. Every once in a while, when other markets, the technical picture might not be as clear or a little bit cloudy, you can find one market that can shape a narrative for you. So people that have been following my work for years know that one of the things that I talk about and I've taught many traders is a 3-drive pattern, reversal pattern. So I want to start off with the VIX because it's giving me some clarity about what could happen in the days ahead, not necessarily right after the Fed, but in the days ahead. So as you can see in the VIX, this was drive 1, confirm low. Here's drive 2, divergent low. So what's missing? What's incomplete? Correct. One more drive to a new low, maybe 12, and an even higher RSI reading, which I think could happen. So what would a new low in VIX imply? Okay, it would, to me, most likely imply the dollar correcting and, giving up some of its gains. It would imply risk on for equities as, we make new lows in the VIX, that there's complacency and people will buy it. And I'm not betting on this scenario because sometimes I've looked for a third and only had 2, but I will be taking action should the narrative develop. So the trade isn't to short VIX and buy currencies and buy risk right now because it may not happen. But if we're down here and risk has rallied and the dollar has given up ground, which it's already begun to do against the euro, which is something I talked about last week, Monday, in fact, today's Wednesday, that we could trade 108.5, maybe 109.5, and how I come up with 109.5 would be just a 50% correction. This was about a 600 pip move, so halfway back is going to take you up here towards 109, 109.5, which was a very important area. And that's going to be a sell to me, okay, because that's not these 38% retracement, 38.2 retracements are not the final target for euro. My final target, at least for now, is going to be right around this 102 level, which is 61.8 back. Cable's been the weakness. It's, been confirmed by how well euro pound is acting. Been talking about along in this for weeks. We're approaching some major resistance. But even cable, which is the weakness, a few weeks ago, I was talking about 23.5 or so, and here we are. So why can't we have a rally back towards 26, 25.80 while the dollar index is pulling back? You would expect that would give metals a lift too, but I still think it's going to be a rally to sell. Same in the gold. We'll see how far it carries. And also, you would think that we're going to get some type of high in the yen as well in this type of scenario. We did make new highs, and you could either wait for the number, have a piece on, but I think that both the yen and the dollar expressing more weakness because the dollar is not making a new high today like the yen is. And something else that I mentioned on Monday is if the yen makes a new high and the US dollar won doesn't, which it hasn't, that this would be the preferred short. So instead of shorting yen, why not short something where the high is already in, and this could end up just being a failing rally in the yuan for a correction in the yuan, which also would be a bit risk on. And S&Ps, we'll see what kind of rally we get in the S&Ps and NASDAQ. One thing I will say is that Amazon really took a big hit yesterday. So I was talking about last week. Actually, what we have done is hold the 50-day moving average to the tick. So can Amazon generate one more high for a 3 during this move up? Maybe, but I do know for sure under yesterday's lows, Amazon's in trouble and big trouble because there's a lot of room underneath it. I expect under this low, we'd see like 25 and then eventually down, around the 112 to 105 levels. So that's still looking pretty negative to me. So that's Amazon. Apple, I still can't get real bullish about Apple, but let's see what happens. If I'm right about VIX, maybe we could get a rally back towards 84. Take a look at that. And the banks are acting okay. So, maybe what the Fed's going to do is nothing, but keep the option in their pocket for another Fed rate increase in November. I want to show you crude, which has been the star bull market of the last 6 weeks. Finally looking like it's going to correct. I wouldn't expect much more than 84. Looks pretty good to me. Copper still looks negative to me. I think that we'll have a breakdown in October in the copper market. We're up a little bit here today, but you look at this big triangle that we have. Copper should probably rally, if I'm right about the VIX, breaking one more time to 12. So the takeaway from this is that if VIX falls back to 12, that we're going to have a risk rally. We're going to have a dollar pullback, and those are going to be sells, selling risk, selling this rally in the currencies, even if euro trades up to 109. Cable has much lower. I don't even think we got to the 38% level here on cable. Let me take a look. I think I plotted the fibs here. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm expecting in cable. So, I mean, I would welcome, see how it's holding this is the weekly 200 week, it's 50 week, it's actually trying to hold here. So I would welcome a rally back towards 26. That was major support. Had the one little false breakdown and got back above it, but that's going to be a pretty important level. But again, I don't believe, even if we have a dollar pullback, that this is the end of the decline in cable. I still think we'll see the 114 handle. And with that being said, tomorrow I do have an interview with Tony Greer at TG Macro. Tony's a elite analyst and trader. He's caught this big move in oil, and he'll be updating us on that. And I'll just give you one more look at the VIX, and you could take a screenshot if you'd like. And it's trying to come back here a little bit at 1396. Again, what I'm looking for is a third drive. The third drive scenario is off the table if we close above 15. Then it's just risk off and continuation strength in the dollar. And the dollar could make one more new high. So don't rule that out. I might take a shot at a dollar short if that happens. If we get one more push above 105.40, that would be a sell to me. So those are my calls, and that's the way I'm looking at things. And the teachable moment is if you understand market correlations and how different instruments affect each other, and then you could find one instrument that's giving you a tell. And for me, third drives are very important tells because they're reversal formations, and waiting for them to complete gives me the market message and what I will do should we see a 12 VIX. I will be selling with both hands like in the pit. I'll be shorting euro, I'll be shorting cable, I'll be shorting tech, and we'll see if this manifests. I want to wish everyone good hunting today in the Fed. Keep in mind, you don't have to do anything. Sometimes it's better to be a spectator than a speculator. And above all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. See you in the room. Adios.